If you're looking for instant and cheap Madden Ultimate Team coins, make sure to check out mobilemaddencoins.com and use the discount code RBT for 10% off your purchase. Yo, what is going on, everybody? This is Samuel Brown, aka RBT, coming at you with another Madden 17 video, and today we have the top 5 middle linebackers in Madden 17. And before we do get into this, I want to make a little announcement. Today, the next Past and Present Squad Builder won't be coming out, but it will be coming out tomorrow. Instead of doing that, I decided I am going to do a huge pack opening for the 4 Ultimate Legends that are going to be released this morning. So be on the lookout for that. And with that said, let's jump into the 5th rated middle linebacker in Madden 17. And that's going to be Jamie Collins, the 88 overall middle linebacker for the New England Patriots. And I want to say right ahead before I say anything else is the fact that this is probably the worst top 5, in my opinion, that has been released so far by EA. Even worse than the cornerbacks. I'm not going to tell you who I think should be left off this list or who I think should be on this list. That's what I want you to let me know in the comments below, because I'm just going to leave it up to you guys. But let's just get into this. Jamie Collins has 85 speed, 92 tackling, 96 jumping, 93 power move, and 91 pursuit. He was not in the top 5 last year, but Jamie Collins does have a pretty good combination of height. He's 6'3", and 85 speed is pretty decent, especially to start off Madden. So he definitely is a linebacker that you want to have kind of in one-on-one situations when covering like a tight end or something. And in case you're wondering, the linebackers that were left out of this top 5 that were in the top 5 last year are Navarro Bowman, Clay Matthews, and Daryl Smith. So only 2 out of 5 in this list were on last year's list. So let's go into number 4, and that's going to be Bobby Wagner, who is an 88 overall in this year's game. The middle linebacker for the Seattle Seahawks. He drops down from a 92 overall last year, but his stats are 88 speed, 88 acceleration, 92 tackling, 92 jumping, and 91 pursuit. And he definitely is one of the fastest linebackers in the game, especially starting off in Madden 17. The reason his overall dropped so much is because his tackling rating and his pursuit rating both dropped by 5, that's a pretty important stat when it comes to middle linebackers. But with that said, let's jump into the 3rd highest rated linebacker in Madden 17, and that's going to be Derek Johnson, the middle linebacker for the Kansas City Chiefs, with a 90 overall. He has 81 speed, 96 awareness, 94 pursuit, 96 play rec, and 87 zone coverage, which is pretty good for a middle linebacker. Now, the 2nd highest rated linebacker in Madden 17 is Brandon Marshall, the middle linebacker for the Denver Broncos, with a 90 overall. He has 85 speed, 87 acceleration, 91 pursuit, 91 play rec, and 81 zone coverage. Actually, him and Brandon Marshall are tied for their 3rd highest rated when they're both at 90 overall, but I want to compare their stats really quick. Brandon Marshall's 4 speed higher, Derek Johnson has 3 higher pursuit, his play rec is 5 higher, and his zone coverage is 6 higher. So, does that seem like they both should be the same overall? I don't know. In my opinion, I am going to say this, guys. I think EA has definitely rode the hype train of the Denver Broncos because, in my opinion, Brandon Marshall should not be the 2nd highest rated linebacker in Madden 17. Just not, I mean, he's good, but you think he's the 2nd best linebacker in the NFL? I don't see that at all, and I just think they put way too much emphasis and way too much hype in the teams that did good last season and the Broncos that did in fact win the Super Bowl. Not saying he's a bad player at all, definitely a really good linebacker, but do you think he's the 2nd best? I don't think so. But with that said, it leads us into the top rated middle linebacker in Madden 17, which is such a huge jump from the overalls from number 2 to number 1, and that is Luke Kuechly of the Carolina Panthers with a 99 overall to start off Madden 17, one of the 4 players that have been released as a 99 overall in this year's game. He has 86 speed, 93 block shedding, 98 pursuit, 98 play rec, and 89 zone coverage. And he is actually up 3 overall from last year's game, which he entered at a 96 overall. His pursuit is actually down by 1 this season. His play rec is the same, but his zone coverage is up by 4. So apparently in EA's eyes, a 4 improvement in zone coverage is pretty much 3 overall difference in your overall, bringing you up to a 99 overall. That's their logic, and I don't understand their logic in a lot of these lists. So you're telling me the difference between the number 1 rated middle linebacker in the NFL and the number 2 rated middle linebacker in the NFL is 9 overall. I just think EA, honestly, this is my honest opinion, they're riding the hype train of some of the most popular players in the NFL, and that's really how they're basing their ratings. I honestly believe 100% that they're making up some of these overall ratings because they just don't make sense when you compare them to last year, compare them to other players. I mean, I've seen in these top 5 ratings, I've seen players that when you compare their 5 most important overall attributes for their position be completely different, yet have the same exact overall. So that just doesn't make any sense to me, but it is what it is, and let EA do their thing. They're the company, they can do whatever they want. That doesn't mean it's always going to make sense. Now, am I saying that Luke Kuechly is not the best middle linebacker in the NFL? Heck no, of course he is. He's by far the best middle linebacker. It just definitely seems like they're riding the hype train, though, when it comes to a lot of these ratings. But still, hopefully you guys are understanding what I'm saying when it comes to these ratings. But with that said, guys, that is going to do it for the video. Let me know what you think about this top 5 in the comment section below. Let me know, in your opinion, what has been the worst top 5 released by EA when it comes to the positional rankings in Madden 17 so far. I think there's a couple left, maybe. I think safety might be the only position left. And hopefully after all the positions are released, that means we'll get some more information on Madden 17 and maybe some more on Madden 17 Ultimate Team. But also let me know what players on this list that should not have been in the top 5 and the players that were left off this list that should have been in this top 5. With that said, guys, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Be on the lookout for a huge pack opening later today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.